How's it going? Today we are going to be talking about what do we got on the list today? What's the question? What is the number one thing everyone should do tomorrow to kickstart their efforts with losing weight quickly? What's the number one thing everyone should do tomorrow to kickstart? Okay. Um, Back in the day, I when I started running, when I first started running, I just wanted to make the team because I got kicked off of the soccer team. I was having trouble in the sprinting area, so they said I could go join the long distance team. And when I joined the long distance team, it was either I made the team or I didn't. And I didn't want to get kicked off the team. So I went out there and I did the best I could, and they kept me, which was a good thing. And because I made the team, I was like sitting back, sort of like relaxing and just taking, just enjoying running. And one day I was running and we took a shortcut. So we were supposed to do 6 miles, I believe, that day. And this one day we did 3 miles, a bunch of us, and we took a shortcut. And this guy goes running by real quick. And I was like, whoa, who's that? Like, who's running that fast? And they're like, oh, you don't know who that is? I won't mention the person's name because I don't have permission to. I didn't ask them, but I'm sure they would. But anyways, this person goes running by, and I was like, whoa, that was the moment my life changed with running forever. Because then I was like, how can somebody be that fast? So every day from that day forward, I would run and try to keep up with this guy. I never did, never could. I only got one season with him to run in track, and he was I looked up to him. I liked who he was as a person. Like, he was my role model when it came to running, and so I tried to keep up with him. And I remember one day, I forget what we were talking about and how it came up, but he gave me this advice one day. He said, you know what? He goes, one of the best things you can do for training, for running, is to go out there and run at least 1 mile every day. At least 1 mile. And I thought to myself, 1 mile every day, okay. Like, I didn't understand it, and maybe he meant it in a different way, but for me now, the advice that I give to somebody is just do something. Every day, do something. That does not mean you have to eat healthy every day. That does not mean you have to exercise every day. There's like 6 different habits that you can work on, and you should be doing something with your health and fitness every single day, just to do something. Because going back to the other day, I think we were talking about consistency or how to stay consistent. And one of the major things that people don't really understand is that you are trying to incorporate new habits. You need new habits. And in order to create new habits, you have to be consistent at something else until that becomes the new habit. And so going out there and just doing something tells your brain that you are healthy and fit. Every day you need to be saying to yourself, I'm healthy and fit. And don't do it just by words, but do it with your actions, right? They always say about this like manifestation of doing things, like visualize yourself doing something. That's important, but also doing it like you are already that person. Like, if you act as if, then eventually you're going to be doing the habits of a healthy and fit person that you get the results, right? Like, it's not like, don't just think about it and say about it. Like, actually act as if you're healthy and fit. And what would a healthy and fit person do every single day? They would at least do something because that's what they're interested in. They want to be healthy and fit. So again, that could be as simple as making sure you're hydrated today, making sure you're drinking an extra glass of water if you haven't been able to reach the required amounts of water that you need every day. The fact that you even reached and did something rather than nothing puts a trigger in your brain that says, we're still doing something. I don't get off the hook. I don't get to rest. This is who we are now. Like brushing your teeth. Like you don't like if we could, I'm sure we would all like to stop brushing our teeth if our breath could stay fresh and our teeth wouldn't rot out of our mouths. It's not like something we like wake up and say, "Oh, yes, I can't wait to brush my teeth." Although I do like dentist cleanings, I have to admit. But man, like we don't wake up and say, "Oh, I get to go brush my teeth today." It just becomes what we do because it's who we are. We want good breath and we want our teeth to stay in our mouth. So we brush our teeth and floss. So that's like health and fitness. Like that's who we are. We're healthy and fit. It doesn't become like this. And here's the thing is, and I love what they do with kids, right? Because with kids, they try to make it fun because they don't understand the concept of bad breath and rotting teeth quite yet. And so to get them to brush their teeth is like sometimes the battle of all battles. There's lots of battles of all battles, but like getting them to brush their teeth, it's like you have to brush your teeth. But they don't get it. They don't understand. So how do we get them to do it? And it's just what we say to our kids is we say, it's just what we do. We have to do it. And with exercise, it's a little bit different. We don't have to. I mean, technically, you don't have to brush your teeth, but with kids, they try to do different things, right? They try to change the flavors. They try to make it with apps now, where like you're brushing your teeth and you got to try to get the little germs off your teeth and everything. Like they try to make it fun and interesting, and that's what we need to do with our exercise and fitness is go out there and have fun. But we got to keep doing it. Like we got to keep our kids brushing their teeth. We got to keep brushing our teeth. All these things we just got to do because that's who we are. Again, we don't have to brush our teeth. We don't have to go take showers and all that stuff. Like we don't have to do that stuff, but we do because that's who we are. We want to be clean. We want to have fresh breath. Like we should want to be healthy and fit. Um, and I talked about how to stay motivated. I'm not going to get into that so much today, but you got to make sure you're having fun with it. If you're not having fun, then and you're not doing something every single day to make sure that you're doing something like, there are days like when I'm working really, really late and it's like 2 a.m. in the morning and I can barely have you ever been like sitting in a position, you fall asleep and you wake up and you're so tired, like you don't even want to move. Like you're like, I'm okay, and like I'm like sleeping like this, like head over, drool coming out of my mouth and everything, like hands on the computer, and I'm like, oh, I gotta wake up, like I have to get up, and my body literally does not want to wake up, and the last thing I want to do is go brush my teeth before I go to bed. But I do it. I may not floss, but I at least get in there, and maybe I don't do the full 2 minutes, but I will put toothpaste on my toothbrush, scrub it around even for like a minute or whatever, and then go to bed because I want to make sure that I'm always brushing my teeth. I'm a person who brushes and flosses their teeth. But just doing something all the time, I'm telling my brain, it doesn't matter how tired I am. It doesn't matter what the situation is. I am brushing my teeth or flossing my teeth, whichever one, preferably both. But in the cases where I'm like, I'm just done, I'm telling my brain, yeah, you may be done, but you don't get off the hook from brushing your teeth. You don't get off the hook from doing something healthy and fit today. Like you may be in a situation where you're at a birthday party or something and there's all this food here, but just because I'm divulging in the food and everything doesn't mean I give up everything else. Maybe I won't even have time to go exercise, but guess what? I can drink enough water, I can stay hydrated, and I'm saying to my brain, hey, you know what? I may not be making healthy food choices today. I may not even be able to go out there and exercise, but guess what I'm doing? I'm going to make sure I'm well hydrated today. And I'm always doing something. Always. It doesn't matter. And the 6 habits, if you don't know what they are, that makes it easy for you. Work on your mentality, like your mental game. Work on your sleep. Do a breathing exercise. Breathing is air quality. It's like super important. People don't understand, like, you can actually literally change how you feel by the way you breathe. Sleeping, moving, eating. Those are the six. Work on one of those things. Like, breathing is the easiest one because you have to do it anyways. It's not like you can stop breathing for long periods of time. Like, do box breathing, do power breathing, do something to say, okay, I'm gonna work on pumping myself up with some energy and really get that going. Get some fresh oxygen into those blood cells, make them alive, and then you become alive, right? So do things like that. So always be doing something. Okay, with that, have a great day. Again, join our Facebook group. I'm going to keep saying this for quite some time. It's NAC Warriors, N as in Nancy, A as in Anthony, C as in Chris, Warriors. And join us. It's free. There's no cost. It's a lot of fun. Join our family. See what we've got going on. We've got lots of tips, lots of tools, challenges, and all these fun things that we can do to make it fun. All right? With that, have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.